Hi happy hookers, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a magic circle. It's also called a magic ring or a magic adjustable loop. And you'll see it in my patterns. I write it as MC /R, that stands for magic circle / ring. Some people also write it as magic adjustable loop, MAL, capital MAL. And it's all the same thing, at least I think it is. I just do it the same way no matter which way it's written in the pattern. And first I want to show you why you should use this when you start a beanie. So I have a beanie here that I made a couple years ago before I learned this technique. So here it is, and you can probably see immediately there's a big hole at the top. Okay, and I don't think this is very cute. It's big enough that I can put my finger through it, and I used to make them like this all the time and people wore them, but I just don't think that that's very attractive. So here's what we want. Here's one of my Colorado hats. I had to promote that for a little bit, the Colorado love. Here's what we want at the top of the hat. As you can see, there's no big hole. There is a little circle starting here, but you can't really see where it starts and where it ends. It's not obvious at all when compared to this guy. Okay, so that's what we're going for, is the difference between this guy and this guy. So to make it like this instead of like this, you gotta do the magic ring. Okay, so that's what we're gonna learn today. We'll put those to the side. And I've got some orange yarn in Broncos colors. I use this to make my Broncos hat. So, if you don't know, I'm from Colorado. Big fan of all things Colorado. So, let's use some Broncos colors to get us going here. Now, let me tell you about some of the terms that I use. This is called the tail end, the short end, and this is called the working end. Okay, so to start, I'm going to take oh, by the way, this is worsted weight yarn, and I am using an I hook. It's what I usually use when I make hats with worsted weight yarn. And so I'm going to take the tail end and I'm going to cross it over behind the working end. Just make a loop like that. Then I'm going to take a hold of my working end with my usual, I want to say crochet stance, but that doesn't seem right. Stance should be for standing. So my hold, I guess. This is my hold. I go over my index finger, under my middle two fingers, and then over my pinky finger again. And then I turn and I grab onto my work with my thumb and my middle finger. And this helps me keep everything, the tension that I want it, and kind of control what I'm doing. So I just have these two ends crossed over and I'm holding onto it here. I'm going to put my hook through the loop. Pretty easy so far. Then I'm going to yarn over and pull it through the loop. Okay? So that's what it looks like so far. And then I am going to make a chain. So I yarn over and I pull through the loop that I have on my hook, and it looks like this. Okay, so I just have a little bit of height on there, and now I'm going to make 6 single crochets in this circle. So I'm putting my hook through this big circle in the middle 6 times to make 6 single crochets, and that's how I start all of my hats. Okay, so we're going to do through the big circle in the middle, yarn over, pull it up, then yarn over and pull through both of the loops on the hook. 1, through and over, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's 2. So we can see, if you're counting, this little end right here, that was our chain just to get some height. We're not going to count that one. We're going to count these V's. 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to keep going. 3, put it through. So here's a circle. You see it keeps going here. Put through the circle, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's see here, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do one more. By the way, I always lose count and I have to count again. That's probably why I just do 6, so that it's easy to count. Okay, yarn over, and pull through 2. Alright, so now I've got my 6, and here is the magic part. This is why it's called the magic ring or the magic adjustable loop. You take your tail end and you pull it tight, and you've lost your hole that was in the middle. And that's how you get that nice look at the top of the hat. Now, we're not quite finished here because we need to make a circle. So we need to connect the last stitch that we made right here with the first stitch that we made. And sometimes, so you can see this loop right here, let's see if you can see that. So this guy's kind of sticking up, and this was our chain 1 that we did just to get some height. And so I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm going to kind of tuck it in here. And sometimes I get confused on which stitch I'm actually using for my first stitch. So I'll count backwards from here. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then I know that this stitch right here is where I'm connecting, can you see that? Where I'm connecting my last stitch and my first stitch with a slip stitch. And this is going to kind of tuck in the middle and nobody will know it's there. So I'm going to go into this stitch, I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to pull through both of them, and that's a slip stitch. Okay, so let me see, you can see that really closely. So that is the very top of my hat. Okay, and now I'm going to start making the hat. I'm going to start with my increases, which is for another video. But that is the magic ring / magic circle / magic adjustable loop, and that's what's going to give you that nice closed top to your hat. Thanks for watching. See you next time.